Okay, guys, we are back at it with the top gainers for the last 3 months. These stocks have exploded up thousands of percents. I'm going to show you how you could have caught every single one of these stocks at the very bottom. And we are going to talk about the news and fundamentals, about the charts and the technicals, and find the next incoming trend for these stocks. And I'm letting you know right now, we're not making these stocks saying that these are the best stocks to be getting into. As you can see, and you already know how I go, these stocks are overbought and dangerous. Okay, we're going to be pointing out some key details here for newer traders to understand what to look forward to and what to watch out for overall. Because the more uncertainties you can take away, the more certain you can be. I'm Billy Banks. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seats. I take great pleasure in making these stocks and keeping you up to date on the next thing that's about to happen. And if you never know what's going on next, you can always follow along with the alerts going out in my section. I'm throwing out those swing trades. I'm throwing out those day trades. I'm throwing out the whole shamboozle, guys. Don't miss out on this. Let's get right into it with DRUG, the Bright Mind Science. Back once upon a time, not so long ago, we seen this thing come up for a massive bull run from the lows of 94 cents, and it lingered down there for a while. Like this thing never really used to make those moves like that, staying at those lows and oversold. It will come in for the next round of the bullish divergence. This was about a month or so ago, going from 94 cents up to the highs of 79 cents. This was the hottest stock on the market. Y'all remember those days? Because it just wasn't too long ago, and this was staying on top of the most active list for a couple days. We can go look back on DRUG along in a Banking with Billy Discord, and I'll say the stuff for nothing. I can show you exact dates. We'll show you how you could caught that thing in the beginning, and I'll show you what some of the news and stuff like that was around DURG to make it start to get that kind of volume. Because back when it didn't even have this kind of average volume at all. Its average volume started to pick up over the course of time on DURG. It'd be way easier when you actually like after you've been in the markets for so long and whatnot, then you be able to you kind of just recognize and get used to stuff too. So like if you newer to the markets, you don't know what be happening, just take your time and don't try to catch everything. Just get what you can while you can. But again, see early alerts for DURG. Coach Crawford was all over this at the very beginning. Down to those of $2, going to like $80 is a massive bull run. This small pullback that is having right now on DURG stock, they're gonna start to buy this back up. They're not gonna want to let that go. Some of those people are actually in there from the very bottom on DURG stock. And if you looking for another round in a stock that's this big, and you small you don't got all the money and whatnot, and you can really go for options. Most people don't even trade a stock if it doesn't have options. Keep that in mind. Like most big whales and whatnot, if that stock doesn't have options, they won't even go for it. So that's something to keep in mind when we're looking at our penny stocks and whatnot, because some of those penny stocks do got options. And if your penny stock you're looking for got options, then you're gonna have bigger players that are going in there, adding on to the volatility from a direction that you never even knew existed because you didn't know what options trading were and stuff like that. But with an average volume of 3.04 million on DRUG, a current volume on 210,000. When these stocks get so much bigger, since they small retails and stuff can't really go for it, you don't really get that volume like that. So like DRUG stock not going to be moving too much. Only people who are going to be looking to buy this at all is just big whales and whatnot, and they don't got options too. So small retailers can't even really play in there if they even want to. But with a free float on 462 million, not going to take too much to get those folks filled if it is to take the next big bull run. But one thing to understand about these health stocks, pharmaceuticals and whatnot, it's all about the next upcoming FDA catalyst and or FDA approval. That comes into making sure that you are keeping up to date with a pipelines. If you keeping up to date with a pipelines, knowing what a next pipeline going into a next clinical trial and moving on into the next phase, well, you catch a FDA approval or disapproval. Don't get me wrong, because they might get a disapproval in there. I don't know if they finna win it or not, but that's up and coming. And they got like 3, 4 stages. They got the phase one, or they start off with the IND enabling. And when they get the IND enabling, and that's when they get they approval to test on humans and stuff like that. Then they get the phase one after the clinical trials. Then they'll get phase two after clinical trials. Then they'll get the phase three after clinical trials. And every single one of those things in between is a catalyst to look forward to on a stock like a biotech or therapeutic. Anything that's working on a medicine overall. So keep up to date and make sure that they got promising pipelines. we ain't got time to do a deep dive on this to see all the stuff they got going on, you know. But next you got Xcur going from the lows and over sows it down there towards $1 up to $36. And this is a beautiful bull run in this. Notice we looking on our daily chart, and this because these things been coming in for what they call the multi-day bull run. Now, on your daily chart, for you daily chart traders who are going for longer swing trades, keep in mind what I say, and welcome anybody joining in on the Banking with Billy classroom. Currently doing a update on the top gainers for the last 3 months. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel. Get this video a like. Share this thing out somewhere. This is knowledge that changes lives. People need to know and understand that you do not want to get in these stocks when they are at the top, when they are overbought and dangerous. No, you want to get them when they are at the bottom, when they are over time. You don't got to do too much, and you don't have to catch all the plays all the time. And in fact, if you finna be, handling your monthly dues and debts and whatnot, you finna have to stop for like a week anyways, because you finna have to like let that cash settle. You gonna have to lock in your gains. Let that cash settle. That's gonna take a couple days. Do the withdrawal. That's gonna take a couple days. Get that to your bank. Hope your bank be cool because then your bank ain't cool. Then that's gonna take a couple more days. After that, it better not be a weekend. Don't let it run to a Friday, because it run to a Friday or something like that. Saturdays, you ain't make your rent on time. So you doing this in a 3-week span. And it really don't take too much. I don't know where everybody live and stuff like that. If your bills and rent be like only like $1,000, then it really don't take too much at all to get $1,000 a month. I mean, like go 200 into your options portfolio. You just those things day by day, going for calls and going for puts just back and forth. And I recommend doing that off of SPY. You see some of my SPY alerts, but here you can see we got our Xcur. We went up for Xcur as well for a bull run. Should have held in that, went up 190% for us, but we're locking in gains off of Xcur. That thing still went up a whole nother about 2,000%. And that brings me back to saying, just because I'm holding the stock doesn't mean you have to still hold that stock. And just because I'm selling the stock for 190% gain doesn't mean you have to. Remember to lock in gains to the somewhere where you feel nervous. And no matter what, I'm still saying go for your 7 to 15% target. Either way, I mean 7 to 15% stop loss on everything. You got to, man, because they gonna lock in gains off you if you don't. If you just a swing trader, or let's say if you just learning, then being new in the market, like experienced traders and the big ones and whatnot, they love new traders because of you're the most vulnerable. You don't know what's going on. You don't even know what you like. And yes, you do have to understand and know what you like. If you don't know what you like and you don't know what you like to see and whatnot, you really already at a great disadvantage. But lucky for y'all, that's where I come in. That's where I'm here. Y'all got a ways than I did. I ain't have nobody. I ain't have the Discord full of thousands of well trained people. I ain't have a bunch of people doing the same exact thing with thousands of eyes on everything. I ain't have a person sitting here saying I'm 24/7 live. You can just copy what I got going on. And I didn't have people putting out accurate alerts and stuff like that. I didn't have nobody putting out Xcur back on September 16th at 2:57 a.m. Back when this thing was down there in the safe, easy, early seat at the lows and oversold $1.40. And if you were in the Discord seeing my alert back on, I'll show you exact dates. I don't say this stuff for nothing. All you gotta do is just follow along. These alerts go to the members in the Discord. Upgrade your membership. Yeah, you want to make some money, you gotta put in some money. Put in your little $15 and come and get rich real quick. People act like they don't want to sacrifice. Like, you investors, ain't you? Y'all traders? But Xcur. This thing exploded about 2,000%. They still holding in up in Xcur. Well, I would not hold up, you ask, because I'm not the long-term investor. I'm a swing trader. I gotta be to be able to continuously train all you guys. You guys come in. I gotta be ready for the next stock for you to be trained in. Or you gonna be trying to jump into the one stock that we all holding in that's overbought? No, I gotta be ready for the next play so you can always continue to advance. But that's cool with me because I figured out how to. I've been doing this for so long. This is all I've done for like 5 years now. I don't even do anything. Y'all don't even watch TV no more. I study. Period. And if you want to study along with me, you can join me in my 24/7 live classroom where I'm doing this all day, every single day. And I enjoy doing this, y'all, you know, changing lives, doing the good works and all that good stuff like that. I got bigger plans too, Captain Planet style plans I'll tell y'all about in another lesson. But here we got AGFI. The Agrify Corporation. With an average volume of 537,000, they got a current volume of 279,000. Very low stats up in there, and they're gonna remain low because this thing is too big for get any pressure at all from a small retail. You go look at AGFI back on your overall weekly charts. AGFI, going from 271 back around the beginning of last month, from $2 to $84. That's actually that is an insane uptrend for AGFI, and I only say that because I don't need market for so long to see when AGFI wasn't doing anything. You know, so like that's actually the most impressive thing that we've ever seen, and they finna go further. This thing surely probably wasn't at these highs up there. When these stocks been on the market and whatnot for so long, I mean, when these stocks go out of compliance, they get under that dollar. They to save themselves, they got to really they got to get over that dollar. They come in for like reverse splits and delusions and stuff like that to get them up there. And when they do that stuff, it make their stats, look different and stuff like that. So like back when they free float was not 109,000 at all. AGFI probably came in for all the reverse splits. Cause they probably say like 107 million up there. That shit, I mean, that is crazy. It's crazy. But AGFI, the Agrify, in the Bank of Billy Discord, and you'll be able to see how you could have caught AGFI into the safe, easy early seat for the early alerts that were going out. Early alerts letting you know this thing was down, going parabolic around that $5. You know, early alerts about they foulings that you could have been seeing because every fouling for every stock goes out in the insider section. You could have just seen those on time. Read those. I'm not gonna take you. I no time to study and analyze how to read through every single filing because, like, if you're new to the markets, let me just show you this. You understand? It's gonna take a little bit longer to read through and take you to give you time to understand what all of this stuff means in here. So we're not gonna do that in this lesson. That's gonna be another lesson, a lesson that I don't want to do, but to make sure that you can best, be able to understand, I'm gonna do it for you and stuff like that. And yeah, you would have been able to see when I was telling you that everybody's about to just be buying these stocks. Period. You know, the only reason you missed out because you didn't believe in banking with Billy. I don't know. And then you got, oh yeah, so AGFI. Um, this brings us into our balance sheets. Okay, so like when you talk about these things for the longer term investment, as you can see, like all these last 3 month gainers, that all of these done exploded up thousands of percent. And I just showed you how you could have caught every single one of those in the early seat, so you could be up thousand. If you would have caught every single one of these, look at this, that's crazy. You would be up over like 10,000% of your portfolio. I mean, if you actually would have held that long, but I ain't got the heart. I ain't brave enough to hold in for a stock for 3 months straight, hoping that thing never sells back off. But that comes down to if that thing does come down like becoming a quality stock. Because when they at those lows never sells and all wreck like this, that they currently not a quality stock at first. But certain fundamentals and news and stuff like that can kick in to change all of that very fast. So you like find your favorite kinds of stocks, your favorite things to look for and spot out to notice those kinds of things if you would like to change the type of your personal sentiment on that stock. But me myself, I don't change the sentiment, man. I'm going in for a swing. I'm about to swing that thing. You know what I mean? And I'm finna lock in gains as soon as I get nervous. If it's going back far, it's gonna hit my stop loss anyways. But QUBT going from 35 cents all the way up to the highs of $9. QUBT, the quantum computing. This one here. Okay, this is kind of we got a lot more talking to do about quantum computing, so I'm getting ready to make some more videos on specifically as we study more and more about quantum computing. And welcome anybody joining in on the classroom. Currently doing a live, currently doing a video. Mr. Lanyard, what to do, bro? We doing a video on the top gainers for the last 3 months. Last stock on our list, the BCT, and there's a lot of other ones down this list that didn't explode. I can show you all the alerts back then, and you could have caught all these, and I should, but it's other lessons I gotta do and other things to talk about and stuff. So QUBT, this one here is a very, very good stock to be getting into for a longer term, just because it is quantum computing in general. Like I said, we got a lot more studying and uncovering to do about quantum computing, but the thing about quantum computing is going to be one of those things that helps us get closer into becoming a type 1 civilization and beyond. So like we think picture Picture you go to the bus stop. You ain't gotta wait. You ain't gotta wait for the bus. You go into that quantum computer transportation station, whatever, and they automatically teleport you there. That's how they gonna be messing with teleportation is with the quantum computing. That's how you're gonna be sitting there at home, and then you go to your microwave, and they sent you your dinner from the restaurant, straight to your microwave. Well, it's gonna be quantum computing that gets all of that stuff done and whatnot. So those are really the some of the biggest things we getting into. That's why if you want to wonder why quantum computing is exploding so much, because it is going to get us closer into becoming a type 1 civilization, and of course beyond. We won't make it there without quantum computing. But like I say, it's a whole lot more about it that I already don't know because I ain't no scientist, man. But we will dive deeper into all of that together. We got one more on our list. Okay, we got the B. Oh yeah, QUBT. QUBT. And if you seeing this on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, you on Odyssey, I don't know where you at with it. Go ahead and get this video a like, share this thing out somewhere. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what your experience in the market is so far, what you need, what you so on and so forth, and I get you to meet your goals. 100%. I'm here for you, It's really not too hard. You're really just buying over sold and selling over bought and not being greedy, which is probably the hardest part. Not being greedy is probably really the hard. Like it's easy to find them early. It's easy to get in early. The hardest part is like not being greedy. You know what I mean? But that comes down to understanding your goal and your role and whatnot. If you understand your personal goal, well, when you create your natural consistency, it don't matter anyway. 'Cause you just going for your 7 to 15% up, 7 to 15% down. Anything extra is the blessing. You just moving your stop loss up to follow along with that. You know, your stop loss probably get hit before it explodes even more. So just be comfortable with that, and then take your next things off over onto the next stocks. Is at those where does it go? Where does to those 52-week lows and oversolds, and then you in line for the next thing to explode. Like all those stocks I just showed you are the stocks that were on this 52-week low list. Every single one of them. Look at this. Yeah, this is a list of 30, this is a list of about 30, 40 stocks that were all literally at the, I could just click on any random one. They were all, every single one of these was all at once upon a time down at its 52-week lows. I click on these ones randomly. It's nothing. So you're not going for the top gainers. No, well, you too late to the party. What you do is you go take those to your 52-week lows. You find your favorite one off the list based off of your personal preferences. And if you don't know what you personally prefer, then you can go ahead and get what I'm getting. Because I'm putting out these things to everybody all day, every day, anyways, whether it's a stock, an option, a crypto, a ETF, the whole shamboozle. I see y'all in there, and happy trading.